Hello, all. Welcome. And thank you so much for being here and joining me for this reading. So, I am asking about the energy that is coming up this week of March 27th. But whenever you find this reading, I hope that there are messages here for you. The timestamps should be down below in the description or in the comments. So, feel free to check those out, check your different placements, whatever is calling to you at the moment. And I am just asking about the current energy that's like coming up, all right, not delving too much into the past or the future unless it chooses to pop up. But yeah, that's what I have here today. All right. So, like just to kind of let you know a little bit about what I'm doing with the reading, I am using the Tarot of Oppositions to ask about the energy that you're being asked to balance this week. On this side, I do ask about like your internal energy, right? Like how you're doing like within yourself, how you are showing up in the world over here, how you're interacting with the world, and or how the universe could be like affecting you, or how you are like showing, like not showing up, but like, and just your interactions with the world over here. And then on this side, external energy. So like just anything that might be surprising that you could prepare for, that's coming your way, that you might have less control over. All right, if you have any questions about the spread, please feel free to ask me. But like as always, I also read holistically and kind of see how the cards play with each other. All right. But thank you so much for being here, and I will see you at your reading. And oh, I am gonna say, if anything resonates, please feel free to subscribe, check out my different videos. You can I would appreciate a like or a comment. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, Aries, and welcome to your reading for the week of March 27. Happy birthday to those of you that are celebrating a birthday this week. So, or just happy birthday season. So, I am starting over here with the energy that you are being asked to balance or bring into balance this week over here with the Ten of Cups. I am seeing, y'all, I don't know if it's your season or what it is, but you have this charging forward toward the future that you want energy over here, okay, with the Ten of Cups. All right, and you're being asked to bring that into balance by considering the things that haven't worked out, like what do you need to leave behind? What hasn't worked? Where have you maybe, I don't know, like faced some discomfort, faced some heartbreak even, I'm getting, just faced like a lack of clarity about your future, right? I'm getting, just like with the shadow side of this, or like like the shadow side of this is like, you've been through some hard times over here, and you're not forgetting about them, okay? You're actually using those to help you charge forward toward the future that you want to create for yourself, okay? Like for a lot of you, I'm getting that it's like you're about ready to put yourself out there as far as creating something bigger for you than like that's about more than just yourself, okay? It's like you're the Nine of Cups of energy is like that individualistic energy, right? Worrying about you, your self-fulfillment. And I'm getting that you've kind of been in that energy, taking care of yourself, taking care of your needs, and now you're thinking about putting yourself out there, like finding something bigger, whether that's how you fit in a community, what you want to do for your future, right? But like it involves more people over here, and with the Four Swords in your internal energy over here, you have been manifesting this, trying to think about what it is that you want, what you want to charge toward here. This Four Swords in particular, like emphasizes that discomfort that you might have previously faced over here, but you're using that to help you charge forward. Are you out of like that manifesting slow kind of energy? Like, no, not quite, right? It's like you're not still acting on it, is what I'm getting. Particularly like, with the King of Swords over here, as far as how you're showing up being reversed, it's like you're not taking the steps yet, but you're about to, okay? Communication or your communication styles, or sharing these ideas, talking about them, putting them out there into the universe, right? It's also something that might need your attention. And I'm getting like that as a starting point, okay? Actually saying things over here, I'm just gonna say, it's interesting. Like some of you might have faced like a divorce or like some sort of separation, have had to leave things behind over here that were really hurtful, okay? So maybe that's like that emphasis over here in the what hasn't worked out, with the King of Swords over here, which, can sometimes indicate, like divorces and things like that. I don't know, I'm getting like that side of it. And it's like, but you're using that, right, to charge forward. You're using that as a learning experience over here. You're not letting it bring you down. Maybe for a while you were a little bit more in this, stagnant kind of chill energy, trying to figure out what it is that you wanted to do, sit with your thoughts over here, but it's like now, like you're going to slowly start coming out of that, okay? And what's going to get you out of that energy is really envisioning the future that you want for yourself over here, okay? You have the Strength card as far as, like how the world is, how you're interacting with the world over here, how it's affecting you, how you're interacting with it. And it's like, you're no longer plagued by your fears over here, right? Like maybe you were scared of, like I've had all these things, really hurting me, right? Or that plagued me before. And it's like, no. You're like facing your demons. You're like taming the beast over here. And by that, I'm getting that it's been more internal, right? Like, so for example, yes, people might have hurt you externally over here, but it's like you've allowed that to maybe, you've perpetuated the hurt within yourself is what I'm getting. And like now you're dominating that, right? Like you're saying, no, I'm going to work with these fears, right? To really try to create this world that I want for myself, and being asked to, embody this strength, trusting yourself, as you're charging forward. I'm getting a side message of, being real about your needs, being real about your vulnerabilities, okay? With strength, like that inner strength, right? It's like, I'm getting like, don't confuse coming off as strong as neglecting your feelings, right? It's like true strength comes from you saying, you know what, like this part hurt me and I survived that, right? And, me ignoring those feelings or me ignoring the things that have plagued me before, like that's not what makes you strong. What makes you strong, right, is having been able to process and work through those in order to start charging toward what you really want over here, like what do you envision for your future, okay? As far as like what's coming your way, you do have that's like the external energy, okay? You do have the Queen of Coins showing up. Some of you could have a Capricorn energy showing up. It's interesting because like I was saying, the King of Swords over here can denote divorce over here, and the Queen of Coins is like the wife card. So for some of you, you could have some failed relationship in the past, like a serious relationship, maybe somebody that you thought you were going to marry or have a big future with over here, still in your energy, right? So there is this need of, needing to release that. Like you might have some people showing up, but, make sure that you are, mindful about that intention, okay? Like checking people's intentions, that you are interacting with, it's like, okay, what do you want? Is it aligned to your values, right? Or is it aligned to what it is that you are looking for, let's say, and that's really varies, right? So like, let's say that you are trying to figure out like, hey, I'm trying to like establish a home over here, right? The Ten of Cups can be like that happy family, sort of situation over here. And you're like, you know what, that's what I'm working toward, right? But your person, you might have somebody over here like kind of coming in, just trying to like have some fun or something. And you're like, that's not aligned to what I want right now, right? Or it could be vice versa, right? Like maybe you have somebody who's like ready to charge toward this Ten of Cups with you. And you're like, I'm still processing over here. I'm not quite ready to go there yet, right? So there's just this need to kind of, be mindful of that energy, all right? Other than that, if it's about your own energy, the Queen of Coins reversed here is saying, take care of yourself, okay? And something that I'm getting is like, don't dismiss your emotional needs, okay? Because the Queen of Coins is very good at, taking care of her own, taking care of the people around her, like being supportive, right? Like she's like the materialization of nurture, so like brings it out into the material realm over here, but still puts some love into the situation, situation. But the reversal here is saying, hey, you know, make sure that you're not dismissing, you know, your needs. I'm getting like, for some of you, even like putting some money into your self-care. I'm not saying splurge. I'm not saying, you know, spend money that you don't have or anything like that, right? Like, don't get in debt to take care of yourself. But it's like, for some of you, like, you do need, you know, to like, I don't know, maybe buy yourself that nice thing that you kind of been wanting. You know, go on that trip, like, I don't know, buy that massage, I don't know, whatever it is that you've been kind of wanting, that'll be part of your self-care over here. Is like, you know what, like, put that coin onto yourself right now. All right, like, take care of your needs as well. All right, so let's see what else pops up here. You have fear, you have release, you have health, and you have education. Okay, so yeah, some of you, you know, some of you might be afraid of charging toward this over here, you know, kind of with the strength card, this need to, you know, be strong. I am getting that you are facing your fears though, right? Like, the strength card is saying face those demons that have been haunting you for a long time, you know, and release them. Okay, it's like, and it's funny because it's not like you're gonna fear you're not gonna face your fears to vanquish them. I'm getting like facing your fears to be able to work with them and to ultimately release them so that you can get what you really want. Okay, some of you might just be learning about yourself, learning about how to make things happen, learning about your wounds is something that I'm getting, you know, how you've been hurt and how that's affecting you. It's just like you're learning about it, or you're being asked to learn about it. Okay, pay attention to your health. All right, so make sure that, you know, you're assessing, you know, what you're doing right now that's gonna be beneficial to your health. Okay, like, so for some of you, I mean, I don't know, I'm getting like, get out into nature, I don't know, like, process, you know, like, your, with the source and source energy is like, I don't know, for some of you it could be like, get some writing done, you know, obviously like learn over here, but I'm getting also like journal, talk about it. Okay, like, you know, be mindful of, you know, and I don't mean this in a shaming way, you know, but like, you know, be mindful of what you're eating. You know, is it things that are going to make you feel good over here, you know, that are going to energize you and have you feeling ready and good to charge forward? Or is it, you know, some, you know, like, you know, like, just kind of be mindful of what you're consuming and how it's affecting your health. Okay, so that is what I have for you this week, Aries. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to Taurus. All right, Taurus. What does Taurus have going on this week of March 27th? All right, so I am starting here with the energy that you are being asked to balance, and you do have the Fool. Okay, so you do have new beginnings beckoning. Okay, it showed up light side up. You're being asked to charge forward, take that leap of faith, that new thing that you want, that journey that you want to embark on, that new project that you want to start, that new, I don't know, career that you want to like take on, whatever it is, right? It's like you're saying go for it. Okay, and you know, because it is the energy that you are being asked to balance here, there is this reminder, you know, just kind of saying, hey, you know, remember that, you know, there might be some challenges over here with getting things going, but you're not really starting from scratch, right? Like, it's like, take those lessons that you've learned, you know, like all those times that you've tripped and stumbled. Wow. All those times that you've like tripped and stumbled over here, you know, use those as learning opportunities, you know? So like, what did that teach you? You know, for some of you, there is, you know, some, I don't know, like maybe like some potential like learning still yet to be done, in regards to what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And with the Three of Coins showing up reversed, I'm getting like this need for you to collaborate. Okay, like collaborate with people, work with others. I'm getting that you might be resisting it a little bit, right? You might feel unsupported. All right, is something else that I'm getting. All right, so with this Three of Pentacles showing up in your external energy, you're kind of like what you're dealing like outside of you, you might feel like, I'm getting like a sense of like nobody has my back, or I don't know how to reach out for support. But what I'm gonna say about that is like, are you asking for support? You know, because if you need that backup, like make sure that you're communicating. I'm getting like some of you even like turning your back from like the help that could be, you know, coming your way over here. Okay, it's like you do not have to do this alone. And you know, the Seven of Coins over here, you know, it does say that it shows that frustration. Okay, the Seven of Coins is, it can be an energy of like, when am I going to get what I've worked so hard for, right? I'm trying to start something new, but you might feel like it's nothing is happening, nothing is manifesting yet. And you know, it's in the works. Okay, what I'm going to say about that is that things aren't happening yet because there's still work to be done. Okay, that's what the Seven of Coins is saying. It's like, it's not that you're not going to get it, but like you need to embody some more of that Taurus energy. This is Taurian energy, all right? So embody that, be persistent, be consistent is what I'm getting, all right? Diligently work toward what you want over here. And I'm getting the message again of like communicating your support. Like you do not have to go through this alone. Like communicate your need for support over here, you know, like talk about it, ask for it. Okay, like with the Four of Wands reverse, like I am seeing like a sense of feeling disconnected from community. Okay, you know, the Four of Wands is, you know, it can be a level up over here, so it's like you do have a level up coming on the way, but it's like you could be feeling disconnected right now, right? Like, once again, like yeah, you might just be feeling a little bit lack of support over here. So like voice it is another thing. It's just like I'm getting like the same message over and over again, right? And another thing is with the sun over here, make time to play. Okay, make time to have fun. Okay, like don't get so, I'm getting, you know, even like answers coming your way as you have fun, as you make time to play over here. You know, that is actually going to bring you some answers. Okay, don't forget to take care of yourself, your needs. Don't forget to, you know, have some fun while you're at it. Even if you're working hard at something, think about, you know, how can you bring some joy into this. I'm also getting, you know, work hard toward the things that bring you joy with the sun over here, you know. But it is like you are gonna have like come ups over here. Okay, like you are on the up. There just seems to be like a period of frustration going on right now. All right, so let's see what else you have. Wow, okay, interesting. I swear I like shuffle, but I'm still getting this. Yeah, you have fear release. So there's this need for you to release some fears around what it is that you're charging toward. Okay, some of you might just like, it's like, you know what you want to start, you know what you want to do, you know what that project is, you know what that job is, you know what that venture is that you want to charge toward. Okay, for some of you it could be a relationship, I'm gonna say, because the Four of Wands, you know, did show up, so I'll take that into account. But it's like, you know, there's something that you need to release over here, in order to, I'm getting release your fears, really, like release the fear, right? Because if you're not releasing that, then how are you going to welcome it in? Okay, it's like if you're in this stage of being afraid, and you know, like, it's not like you can completely sometimes, you know, let go of the fear, but it's like balance that or kind of diminish that, and start, you know, saying, okay, I'm gonna do things even if I'm a little bit afraid of doing them, right? Like have some fun over here, even if you're a little bit afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone. There you go, that's something else that I'm getting. Okay, you do have work, could be an energy that's dominating your week this week. All right, so be mindful about work. Okay, for some of you, like you could be trying to venture into new work over here, you know. So if you're feeling that like disconnection from work, that disconnection from like community and feeling supported again, like I'm gonna say stand your ground and ask for help when you need it, right? But also like don't let others deplete you, right? Like if people are asking you for too much over here, you know, stand your ground, make sure that you're, you know, setting your boundaries, and you know, saying, hey, you know, like I don't have the capacity for this, or you know, this is how much I can give right now, you know, like, so just kind of be real about your needs right now. All right, so that is what I have for you this week, Taurus. All right, thank you so much for being here, and I'm gonna go ahead and move on to Gemini. All right, Gemini. What does Gemini have going on the week of March 27th? So we're starting here with the energy that you're being asked to balance. Okay, light side up. Four of Cups. I feel like that's a good thing. Okay, you know, the Four of Cups can be a little bit of it's an energy of, you know, feeling desolate, feeling frustrated, feeling dismissive, feeling dissatisfied. There you go, like dissatisfied with the way that things are going right now. Just being done with what, you know, like, yeah, being done with what you have to do, being done with, you know, something, you know, like you have death showing up over here, so there is something that you're trying to leave behind. Okay, Yep. And as I say, leave behind, you have the Eight of Cups over here. All right. So yes, you're being asked to walk away from those things that are hurting you. Okay. So whatever it is that, causing that dissatisfaction, and it could be, I'm getting, for some of you, it could be people. For some of you, it could be like values, right? Like your understanding. For some of you, it could be just like feelings of, it's like, how do I say this? Because the Four of Cups is like an energy of, it's like it force or stability, right? And it can also be stagnation, right? And it's almost like you've been sitting with your feelings so long that you're just kind of, right, like the shadow side of that, right, would be, hanging on to those things, like not letting them go, and then allowing these feelings to immobilize you, right? And then you just kind of get petrified here, right? She's like literally petrified in the sense of like becoming stone, but like being petrified, afraid to charge forward towards something over here, so it's like you need to recognize that dissatisfaction and those things that are hurting you here and walk away from that, okay? Because you do have, these brighter days over here. I'm getting like recognize your feelings and then charge toward, like those things that you might want. There might be some challenges along the way, but trust that you're making the right moves over here, okay? There's this need to be consistent and persistence. The Eight of Cups, that is, Piscean energy over here, so there's this need to, follow your dreams, all right? Or pay attention to your dreams. For some of you, that could be literal. Like literally your dreams might be having messages for you. So, write them down, explore them, delve like into them. Okay. And for others of you, like your dream says, and what you want for your life. Okay. So, with death over here, you are going through a transformation. Okay. Which can be like a very, heavy energy, to deal with. Okay. I'm seeing, oh no, wait, that's Pisces, but this is Scorpio. I was going to say like Scorpio energy. This is Scorpio energy. So yeah, double Pisces and double Scorpio energy. Okay, so Pisces or Scorpio energy, actually, and then Cancer. Wow, just woo. Okay, I just realized this. So many feelings. Okay, so many feelings, so many thoughts, so many feelings that you need to process, that you need to access, that you need to explore and release. Okay, so like actually pay attention to what your feelings are telling you. I'm getting like the answers to these transformations that are happening within you, but how much are you listening to yourself and how much are you listening to your heart? Okay, like I said, don't allow, like for example, like those sad feelings or those scary feelings to petrify you, right? Like you are using that to help you charge forward. Okay, because ultimately like you are transforming, and that could be a very like heavy energy to work with over here. But do know that you do have the universe trying to give you a gift. Okay, this is how the universe is affecting you, and the Six of Cups can be the universe giving you a gift, right? Like it's giving you another chance. It's giving you a chance to have a more balanced life. I'm getting balancing of your dreams and your feelings, actually you feeling taken care of over here. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. This is also like an taking care of your inner child, right? Take care of little Gemini sort of situation here, so don't dismiss your needs and don't dismiss your allow your inner child to come out and play as well. Okay, like gift your inner child with time to have like playtime and creative time and exploring. I don't know, I'm getting also like transforming your feelings into something creative, like a creative pursuit over here as well. Okay, because you are showing up over here in the King of Cups energy, which is like, it is emotional. It is, like it's ready to charge forward. Like you have what you need to take care of your needs, to take care of your emotional needs and then some, but you are resisting this. Okay. Like you are resisting this transformation. You're resisting the exploration of your dreams, but it's coming. Okay. It's like you are going to get out of this energy. And the Eight of Cups is really saying you're going to start charging toward your dream, but you're resisting it a little bit over here, so, even that, ask yourself why are you resisting? Why are you resisting seeing things in a new way? Why are you resisting charging forward? Why are you, I'm getting what's that song? It was like it's like Smashing Pumpkins, like what's that called, like butterfly with the whatever, like intoxicated by the madness, in love with my sadness. Okay, I'm just getting like in love with my sadness. Like, I don't know that song. I don't know, whatever. But it's like, why are you so in love with your sadness is what I was going to ask you. Okay. But I don't know, like you decide. Okay. And it's like, you have the potential, right, to have like this just new version of you over here, like a more balanced version of you over here, if you choose to take that on. And I'm getting with the Four of Cups showing light side up, they like know that you are going to start taking those steps. Okay, yeah, you have oh my gosh, secret lovers. Okay, yeah. So play, I'm just gonna start with that, because like play, yes, okay, make time to play, okay, make time to have fun, okay, explore that creative side of you, okay, like the old, it's just like the old you, like you need to release that, okay. It's like there are old ways that you are just not, that you need to pay attention to, that you need to I'm getting like be real with yourself about, okay, like there might be something that, you know, you are doing that you're not even realizing that it's hurting you, right? Like you're not even paying attention to how it's still affecting you, like something that happened, you know, like when I'm getting like when you were younger, something like old, something from a long time ago that's kind of continuing to haunt you over here. So you need to figure out what that is so that you can let it go over here, you know. With love, okay, like this is, I'm not even seeing, I mean, other than a lot of, no, yeah, I get it, because it's all the water energy, all right? So it's just like, just put love into the situation as far as love for yourself, love to others, you know, like navigate the world with love is what I'm getting, okay? Because there's just so much feelings over here, and it's like, you know, transform those feelings into love, all right? Like I don't know, but like put love into yourself is what I'm getting, right? And as you're like navigating the world, you know, I know like people can be, you know, like lousy, right, and stuff, but it's like, if you know, I don't know, like love can help ameliorate some of the situations over here, okay? That is what I'm getting, all right? So thank you so much, Gemini. You know, good luck with, you know, this transformation here, you know, and thank you for being here. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to, Cancer. All right, Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. What are your messages for the week of March 27th? So you do have the Ace of Pentacles showing up here, okay? It is showing shadow side up, but I'm not necessarily getting it like, okay, couple of things. Shadow side up, I am getting like, there's something that you want to start that you're resisting over here, but I'm getting that it's because you want to be careful, you know, you want to be mindful, you want to take it slow so that you don't mess up is what I'm getting. Yeah. Yep. Okay, yeah, I see it. All right, so whew, yeah, wow, okay, so it's like you've worked really hard to get where you are, right? So you're afraid of kind of starting this new venture, right? Or kind of moving on. Like I'm getting that you're kind of enjoying your stability right here, but that there's something like calling your attention, right? Like there's like a new beginning. Maybe some of you could have had like a new job offer, or a new relationship opportunity, or like a new something that you want to explore here, but you're afraid to embark on that because you're like, I don't want to risk losing what I have, okay? And the thing about the Four of Coins is that, yes, you can sit in that stability. You could be okay with that, you know, but, you know, you could have also something else, right? So, like, it really depends on, like, balancing, you know, what you want over here. Because if you put the hard work into something, you could have more than your Four of Coins. You could have your Nine of Coins, right? Like, yes, the Four of Coins is a level up, but guess what? The Nine of Coins is an even bigger level up, all right? So, like, if you are willing to take those chances and things like that, then, you know, that could bring this new beginning, right? Like a stronger version of yourself over here, you know? And it's like the universe does want to say, like, it wants to tell you right now, if you put in the hard work, we will reward you over here, you know? But it's like, I'm getting that you're like not trusting you. You're showing up as the Wheel of Fortune, right? It's not how like the world is affecting you or anything. It's how you are showing up. So I'm getting that you're like caught up in what hasn't worked out. You're caught up on like the hard work that you had to do just to get where you were. You're caught up in like the bad things that have happened to you, right? Like you, but I'm getting like you're hyper focusing on that, and therefore that is keeping you from trying something new, from trying to get more, right? From trying to get like things that you deserve over here. But I'm also sensing like that you might feel like you're not even really sure of what you deserve, right? And it's like, if you are putting in the hard work, then you deserve it, okay? So, like, just keep that in mind, okay? You know, the Ace of Pentacles is also, like, I don't know, I'm getting it as, like, don't be afraid to receive, right? I'm getting that you've done your share of giving over here, you know? So if somebody has, you know, a new opportunity that they want to offer to you, it's okay to take it, okay? Like, I mean, obviously you do what you want, okay, but that's the message that I'm getting right here. You know, that it's okay to accept, you know, gifts from the universe. It's okay to accept gifts from people over here, you know, like that it's okay to think about your needs over here. And you know, yeah, slow and steady, you know, there's no need to rush into anything. Absolutely, you know, but do know that like there can be more for you right now, right? And it's like using these bad experiences to help you make smarter choices and plan ahead, right? So maybe you're like afraid to get started over here because of the bad things that have happened to you. But it's like, okay, well, what did you learn from those and what can you do differently in order to get different results this time, all right? You know, with the Queen of Wands over here, some of you could have an Aries energy potentially, or a Leo energy that you are dealing with. You know, with the, you know, I am going to say, you know, and I'm also getting like boss energy. All right, so for some of you, like you could be dealing with like a pesky boss, or like somebody, like a boss is kind of like, you might feel like they might be trying to take advantage of you or something like that, which is making you feel, right, like this fear as well. It like, it doesn't have to be a boss, right? It could just be like somebody that's, I'm getting like trying to take advantage of you in some way, or that you felt that, right? So you're trying to work through that. You're trying to kind of, you know, stand your ground over here, you know, yeah. Oh, for some of you, it could be family related, okay? Like your family could be, you know, like affecting your ability, yeah, affecting your ability to, like charge toward what you want. So like stand your ground with them, okay? Like whoever it is, like if you have any kind of energy that's trying to come in all, I'm just getting like a misuse of power, okay? So if there's somebody that's trying to exert their power over you this week, just make sure, or whenever, right? Like make sure that you're standing your ground, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that, okay? For some of you, family, you know, family could be one of the reasons that, you know, you're afraid to kind of start something new over here, or you could be wanting to start a family over here. But it's like, I don't know, like, what was I going to say? Um, Dang, I got so distracted. I got so derailed. I'm so sorry, Cancer. Yes, but you know, like, so family, I don't know, like, there's just like a sense of, you know, like I'm getting like paying too much attention to what your family has to say, and it might not even be like productive, or like conversely, you're afraid of hurting your family by trying to go after what you want, okay? So like there's this need to balance those ideas, okay? So like, you know, how can you, I don't know, right? Like where can you give, where can you take, okay? So like make sure that you're balancing that, all right? Routine, you know, what are you doing in your everyday? What can you actually, yeah, your routine might need some attention. Your routine could need some changes over here, right? Especially if you're trying to like start something new. It's like, start with your routine, okay? Like the way that you do things, you know, what's the first thing that you do in the morning? You know, like, do you rush and head out to work? Do you like stop and, you know, like, I don't know, like make yourself a nice cup of coffee? Do you like sit down and process, you know, and meditate and kind of like prepare yourself for the day? Like, what do you do, right? So like just kind of assess your routine over here, okay? Because you could benefit from some changes. So that is what I have for you this week, Cancer. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to Leo. All right. Wow. Okay. I think I need to do a little shuffle over here. My hands hurt so much. All right. So, okay. Leo. What does Leo have showing up this week? You do have the Three of Pentacles showing up, light side up, okay? And the energy that you are being asked to balance, okay? So for some of you, I'm getting that you might have been isolating yourself as far as like I'm getting like taking care of all of the business by yourself, right? Like you've been doing all the work, you've been, you know, looking at the paperwork, doing the housework, like doing the, I don't know, the cooking, the this, the that, I don't know, like just you've been taking care of all the business over here, right? But you're not asking for support, you know, like you've been kind of, yeah, you have, you know, yeah, with this Five of Wands over here, there is this, you know, challenges, okay? Some of you could have challenges in collaboration, challenges with, it could be family, friends, it could be work related, okay? So like you could be dealing with that, but it's like, as you are, if you are trying to heal that, right? then there is a sense of collaboration needing to happen over here. Like, don't shut people out, don't shut off. Like, you're being asked to problem solve over here, like with people, with collaborate. The Three of Pentacles is a collaborative energy. All right, so it's like you might have to work hard at fixing things, but I mean, it's what you're being asked to do. You can take it or leave it, right? Like, you might just say like, no, I do not want to deal with those people, I'm donezo. So that's up to you. Donezo. I never say donezo. I don't know. What I don't know. Like, you might be like, I'm done. That was weird. I stopped because all right, I'm moving on. So you might be done. Okay. And it's like, if you actually want to heal this over here, like, you do need to ask for support. Okay, you could be going through some like internal transformation. Like, you could be going, yeah, like some challenges over here, right? Like outside of you, like some potentially like bad news, some extra hard work being shoved on your like plate over here. And it's like you're feeling it, right? Like, you're feeling like I'm getting like you're feeling like you're falling apart, but you're not asking for support. Okay, so there is this need to ask for that, to reach out, okay, and say like, hey, you know what, I'm actually falling apart here, can you help me out? Like, I need this, I need that, like whatever it is that you need. Okay. Yeah, I love that. Okay, yeah, on the up you have cleanse, you have love, and you have observe. Okay, yeah, so for some of you, like these challenges, I'm getting like, be careful not to be so reactive. Okay, so for some of you, it's like, especially with the Four of Cups, which is more of like a stable energy, it's like you're just kind of looking around, you're just kind of paying attention, you're just like, you might be feeling, yeah, a little bit dissatisfied, a little bit unhappy about what's happening over here, but it's like, don't be so quick to react. Observe, figure out what it is that's happening, figure out what it is that's happening for you, right? Like, make it about you, in the sense of like, not in like fighting words and then causing like more chaos, but taking a step back and saying, okay, why am I affected by this, and what am I ultimately changing? Okay, because like, you are having a tower moment can be it can be a big shift, right? Like, you can be really feeling like you're going through so much, but you are on the up. Okay, and with cleanse, I'm getting like, because you're releasing the things that have not been working. The tower, the beauty of the tower falling apart is that you get to leave behind everything that you don't want, right? Like, if you were like, I did not like that my tower was built this way, right? Like, it's like, okay, well, what do you want to build, right? Like, what do you want your life to look like? What do you get to leave behind, and what do you get to start fresh over here? Okay. And I am getting that, you are going to be looking at, alternative ways to address these things, to problem solve. Okay. Like, put love into the situation. I'm getting just like, as far as like problem solving, it's like, you're going to get more with love by addressing things with love. That could be like understanding, if people, sometimes there are some nasty people out there that, like, their energy is just like not worthy of our love. So you could just kind of like put love into the situation, be understanding, and walk away, right? Or you could be trying to like heal something with love. That's going to be up to you ultimately, right? Like, how cooperative you are over here. And obviously, if it's too draining, then you know what you need to do, right? And leave behind, cleanse yourself of energy that is not good for you. Okay. With the Three of Wands over here, it's just a time for, I'm getting like, to be with you, like, like, I go back to this, like, focusing on yourself, right? Like, not allowing the people that are around, like, I'm getting, surround yourself with the proper support, with the proper like community, with the proper like energetic support, right? So like, whatever that looks like, right? Like, figure out who those people are that you trust, and kind of like work with that energy, right? And like, not the like, those are the people that you should be listening to, right? Like, not other people that like like, not the haters, right? Like, not the people that are trying to bring you down over here. Okay. But it does seem to be a very introspective time right now, right? Like, you're not like charging forward, you're not getting out there, you're not like putting a lot of stuff like, I don't know how do I say this, right? Like, it's just a time for you to sit still with yourself, learn through yourself, right? Like, learn about yourself, like, this inner exploration, this reaching for the stars, this reaching for something bigger and better and nicer should be within. Okay. Like, there's like, a new version, higher version of yourself, waiting to be born over here, and you like like a new you waiting to be rebuilt. Okay. And so that is what I have for you today. I believe that was that Leo? Yes, Leo. All right. Thank you so much, Leo. All right. And all right, we have like Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and after Leo we have, who do we have after Leo? Virgo. All right, Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. What does Virgo have going on this week? All right, Virgo, you do have the Six of Pentacles showing up in the energy that you're being asked to balance over here. All right, light side up. I love that. Okay, I am getting the message. It's a time to receive. Okay, like, so it's a time for you to be mindful of your needs, to accept support. Okay, like the Six of Pentacles, it's about giving and receiving, keeping things in balance. Okay, so like, when is it a time, you know, when do you have enough resources to give? All right, then give, right? Like when you have enough, like, but when you don't, right, like it's okay to accept, right? And it's okay to kind of say, hey, you know what, yep, I could use some of that. I could use some of that coming my way, right? And the resources can be financial, it could be material, right? It could be like, it could be actions, it could be words, it could be learning, it could be ideas, you know, whatever it is, right? Be open to receiving is what I'm getting. Okay, because I'm getting an energy, you know, like the shadow side of this is like over giving, right? And it's like, you know, I'm getting that you've done your fair share of giving, right? And it's okay to ask for support as well. All right, now let's see what else you have showing up here. I'm getting yeah, I was gonna say, I'm getting like some sort of like resistance over here to like asking for help, or like not, I mean, maybe even like not knowing how to go about it, you know, like that's something else over here. But yes, okay, you do have the Two of Swords, the, yeah, Ten of Queens reversed, Judgment, and the Knight of Cups showing up as well. All right, so with the Two of Swords, okay, like within you, you know, you are trying, there are like different ways about going about life that you're trying to work within yourself, you know, like I'm getting like for some of you, there is this energy of like, being willing to, even being willing to accept, right, being in a more receptive energy, like that could be like a new way of thinking. Okay, like a new choice. Like you might have previously like thought about accepting help as a sign of weakness, right, or something like that, and this is saying like, no, 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 right? It's like your trains I don't know, like your thoughts are changing. Why did I get train of thought? I don't know, but like your thoughts are changing, the way that you're like seeing the world over here, you know, it's like I'm getting insight over here about something about two ways of being. All right, and ultimately like this is leading to like a new version of you, right? Like a new part of you that's like that. I'm getting that like that's more complete, that feels more complete, like a new, like you're seeing things in a different way, right? Like you're going to see the light, you're going to feel more fulfilled over here by leaving behind, you know, like I'm getting, you know, like leaving behind, for example, like responsibilities that weren't yours, that you were simply like taking on, right? Or like overextending yourself when you didn't have the capacity, you know, like things like that over here, you know. But Judgment over here, like it is asking you to think about, you know, what you need to like let go of. Okay, because it's like there's like a new version of you over here waiting to be born. So it's like, allow it, you know. For some of you, you know, like you could have like there could be conflict with your family with this Ten of Coins over here and how you're showing up. Like there could be discord, there could be disagreements about things, there could be I don't know, I mean, I'm getting like even like your sense of future over here, like you're like, oh, like what are we doing here, how are you going to charge forward, you know, what's our, like, you know, like it's just, you know, the reversal is just really saying, you know, like discord with more than just you. Okay, it's like some of these choices or depletion or whatever that you are sensing could be coming from family. All right, so it's like, is your family taking too much from you? Are they putting in, you know, are you balancing that, you know, like do you feel like you have to give a lot of yourself, you know, to your family over here? You know, the Six of Pentacles over here can also be like family. So it's just like having that support, you know, using your community as a source of support. All right, and like not being afraid to say like, hey, you know, like this isn't working out, like this is what I need, you know. The Knight of Cups over here, some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio, it could also be a Cancer, but I'm getting like some Scorpio vibes. over here. What is this, Virgo? Yeah. And but but overall, you know, it's like, I don't know, I'm getting like some of you could be, it's like you could be dealing with somebody that's, I go back to this like emotional depletion. I don't know, like I'm just really kind of getting this, you know, like you overextending yourself and things like that is like, so, you know, just be mindful of energy that's trying to take even more of your love. I'm getting like, you know, because you have so much love to give and share over here, right? Then, you know, like sometimes people can kind of take advantage of that, but because, you know, like this is kind of what's coming your way over here. And so it's like you really being able to see, you know, how to take care of your needs, okay? Like, it's like right now you're being asked to pour that cup of love unto yourself, okay? It's not a time to like go charge forward and share something. It's like you need to be doing you, worrying about you. Make sure that your emotional needs are being met as well, okay? I go back to this like, if you need support, you know, ask for it, okay? So yeah, yeah, you do have work. Work for some of you, work could be the thing that's depleting you, okay? Work or school, okay? Yeah, okay. So work and school could be like the factors over here, you know, that like you're needing to balance, that you feel like are taking so much from you, okay? But you know, you are on the up, you know, judgment, you know, like a new version of you, okay? Like things are going to get better over here, you know? So like you might just be going through a little bit of a stressful time right now, but yeah, I'm getting like try new ways to take care of yourself, okay? So however it is that you're taking care of yourself, I'm getting like do a check of, you know, like is this actually taking care of myself, right? So for example, like if after a hard day of like school or work or whatever, you're like, oh, I just want to sit down and watch TV and veg out, and it's like, okay, like maybe sometimes that is what we need, but it's like, am I doing too much of that, right? I'm getting try new ways of self-care, okay? And actually, you know, just because I want to, I'm gonna pull, yeah. Huh, interesting. Sorry, so I was like looking at my little self-care, what I say? My little self-care deck. Goodness, well, golly. My little self-care deck here was sitting here. And I was like, let me just like pick it up and see what pops up. You have E-grain in your child healing. Okay, so make sure that you're having time to have fun. Balance this work hard, play hard energy over here. And eat grain, for some of you, like your eating habits, you know, can kind of need some attention. Not in a shaming way, you know, but it's like, you know, just like to make sure, you know, you're feeling energized. Try it, like try something new. Try something new that's green, okay? I don't know, right? I just felt the need to pull from the self-care deck. I'm not doing that for all the readings, but just because this feels like a very much in need of self-care pile, okay? So, or pile or sign or whatever. Yeah. Virgo. All right. So Virgo, take care of yourself. All right. All right. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to Libra. All right. Libra. What does Libra have showing up for the week of March 27th? So you do have the King of Swords showing shadow side up. Okay, this is the energy that you're being asked to balance over here. So I am gonna say, like for some of you Libras, like your like your communication style, like what you're sharing, okay? Be careful that you're not, you know, coming off as, I'm getting the word domineering, okay? Like, you know, you are balancing that. This is, you know, it's not like saying you're doing one thing or the other, but it's like you're balancing that with, you know, still charging forward, right? Like you're still being asked to take care of business over here. But, you know, be careful about how you are taking care of business, okay? That you are not actually hurting others on the way, that you're not becoming, you know, like this, you know, this villainous, like, energy that's, I don't know, like, I'm getting, like, bossing people around, or, like, I don't know, just, kind of, wow. Yeah, like, just kind of, I don't know, like taking advantage of people too is something that I'm getting, okay? So, you know, be mindful of that, okay? Because you can be the strong leader over here, okay? Like you can have these level ups coming, waiting for you over here. The King of Swords can sometimes be like a promotion, right? Like some sort of promotion, like some sort of leveling up over here, all right? And it's happening over here. Like you're gonna be welcoming it in. I'm getting that maybe you've been afraid over here with the Four of Coins, because the Four of Coins, has worked really hard to get what it has. So sometimes it can be afraid to go on to the next step over here. And you see that over here with the Page of Wands as well, because it wants to start something. Pages are starters. They are, this page in particular is following its passions. It's allowing the passion to guide it over here. But the reversal is saying resistance, okay? And it's like you've been kind of keeping yourself from following something that you really want. But the King of Swords is saying, charge forward, okay? That doesn't mean that, you're charging forward carefully and mindfully. All right, but there is this, you are being asked to release here, right? Like things that is like you can have more, you can stay over here stable and stagnant, right? Or you could, and if that's cool, that's what you want, all right, like go within and try to figure it out. But if you're wanting to charge forward towards something new or different over here, then you are being asked to, like take that first step, okay? Allow your passions to guide you over here, okay? With the High Priestess being reversed, it's like I'm getting you're not taking these steps because you don't trust yourself, and there is this need for you to like trust that well, for some of you it could be about getting in touch with your feelings, getting in touch with like your dreams is something that I'm getting, really trying to maybe like narrow down what it is that you're heading toward, right? Like maybe you're like, well, I'm afraid to kind of take like move or try something new over here because I don't even really know what I'm doing, right? So it's almost like having more of a focus, right? Or really getting in touch with what that is, but trusting that you know the answer to that, trusting that you know what it is that you actually want, right? Like don't be afraid to explore that and say it over here, with the King of Swords, put it out there. All right, as far as like the energy that's coming your way, you do have the Queen of Wands, which is a complementary energy to the King of Swords, okay? Kind of, yeah, I mean, yeah. I would say it's complementary. All right, like you can take that or leave it, okay? So this would be like Gemini energy, and this would be like Aries or Leo energy, but it's like fire and air, okay? So you could just have somebody over here, with fire and air, like you just have, like this expansion, right? Expansion of passions. Like, so you could have this person that lights you up, that actually makes you feel like pursuing things, okay? Like I'm getting that this is gonna come your way. If it's not a person, it could just be you yourself really finding that fire within you to trust yourself, to say, you know what, like this is what I want, this is what I want to do for myself. And you are going to be taking that first step and charging forward, all right? You are going to be, going from this Page of Wands to this Queen of Wands, right? With that King energy of like to getting things done, all right? So let's see. What else do we have? You have Careful, yeah. You have Ask, you have Rotate, and you have Give, okay? So yeah, so like for Careful, like I'm just saying like, hey, slow and steady, okay? Some of you, like, you might be afraid, right, like I said, of like what it is that you have to lose if you kind of are making these moves over here. So hey, be careful about that. Ask for support, ask for advice is something else that I'm getting, right? Like for some of you, it's like if you meet that person, I'm getting like even you like meeting someone or getting in touch or communicating with someone and seeing like, hey, like that's what I want for myself, or oh, I really respect this person or whatever. And it's like, okay, well then kind of see how are they going about things. Maybe ask for their advice over here, with Give and Retreat. I am, it's funny, I'm getting like this person really giving you motivation. This person really, or like something is really giving you motivation over here, but it's like balancing of the give and take, okay, is something that I'm getting over here. All right. It's like with Retreat, yeah, I mean, step carefully, okay? Like, be mindful. Like, I kind of go, yeah, this is making me go back. There you go. That's what that is. It's like reminding me of like the initial Shadow King of Swords energy, okay? Like for some of you, what I'm getting is like your frustrations about not being able to charge toward your more passionate side or your creative side or something is causing you to be like mean. Okay, I wish I had a nicer way of saying it, but it's like, so, you know, kind of like take a step back, all right, like really retreat into yourself over here, you know, like that's what the high priestess reversed is doing, is like you're going deep within and kind of assessing yourself, really learning to trust yourself, all right, and I'm getting like, don't take it out on people, okay. So yeah, you know, like be the nice king of swords, okay. All right, Libra, thank you so much for being here. All right, so I'm gonna take a water break. Actually, give me a second. Wait. All right. Um. All right. Sorry about that. I am back. I just don't like to. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep going. Okay. So Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. All right. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. What does Scorpio have going on this week of March 27th? So we do have the energy that you're being asked to balance over here, and it is the 10 of Pentacles, okay? So, wow. All right. You know, you are, I mean, your future is staring you right in the face, and you know, and don't be scared by the term the future, because I felt like this, like, the future, what is that, right? How long into the future? I don't know, right? Like, what do you mean, the rest of my life? What are you talking about? I don't know. Like, I had all of those kind of thoughts just really running through my head, and it's like, no, it's just like the next phase of your life, okay? Like the next part of your life, you are being asked to, yep, bring that into, you know, like into your consciousness, maybe into your like, yeah, bringing, like allowing it to surface, okay? You are being asked to think about it, okay? With the Hanged Man showing up in your internal side as well. You know, the Hanged Man likes to, you know, put themselves in this like in an uncomfortable position, right, to try to understand things in a different way, you know, to have a better understanding, I'm getting, of like things that haven't worked out over here, you know, because this is the energy that you're balancing. So it's like, you know, I don't know, like where have your plans for the future like quote unquote failed, right? But it's like, it's not really about failed, right? It's about, you know, what did you learn from these experiences? You know, what did you learn about the things that didn't pan out? What did you learn about what you were charging toward, that, you know, you kind of deviated from, or whatever, you know, and what did that tell you about what you want now, right? So it's like you are focusing on the next phase of your life as of now, but you're not forgetting the lessons that you learned from the past, right? It's like I'm getting just like, you're very much being asked to not repeat the same, break cycles, all right? Not repeat the same mistake again, right? Like the universe is kind of I'm getting like the universe is tired of like trying to teach you the same lesson, okay? So for some of you, like there's just this need to have a different perspective on the situations that you've gone through over here, as you're charging toward what you want to create for yourself, all right? So you do have, you know, and I touched on the Hanged Man over here, you know, but you do have like the Seven of Cups showing up reversed over here. I'm getting that you're narrowing down your choices as well, all right? So, you know, the Seven of Cups, like, you know, you see all the different options, right? Like you see what your Ten of Cups, not Ten of Cups, why did I say Ten of Cups? Ten of Pentacles. But what your Ten of Pentacles could look like, right? Like that's your future, your legacies, the plans that you want to make, the things that, you know, the footprint that you want to leave on the world, right? Like it's like you could have had all of these ideas of the things that you wanted, but you're kind of narrowing it down, right? Like you're focusing on one thing for now. It's not like this one thing is going to be what, you know, you do the rest of your life or something. It's just like you're kind of saying, hey, you know what, like I'm just gonna focus on this one thing for now, and you're starting to make choices, right? Like you're, you know, you're back to this whole like seeing things in a different way over here, you know. You do have, you know, I mean, you know, with fear, and I'm seeing, yeah, it's like I'm getting like you're keeping secrets from yourself, or not, like I don't know how to explain that, right? It's like you're keeping like your plans a secret. Like there might be things that you're afraid to kind of show or say, right? Like you might be afraid to say, like, you know, I really kind of wanted this over here, and you've never like put it out there because of some fear, right? Like I don't know what that fear is, but you are being asked to release that, all right? This is also showing up over here in the Nine of Wands, you know, which is boundaries, you know, and I'm getting like boundaries that you've, it's funny because it's like, well, it's not funny, but it's interesting. Or I don't know, it's just okay. The point is that it's like, because of things that haven't worked out, because of, you know, past hurts or whatever, you've put up all these boundaries, right? And it's like those boundaries were meant to keep you safe at a point, and that is great, you know, but be careful about the boundaries that you are putting out. I'm getting a couple of messages here, right? That you're, be careful about the boundaries that you are setting, that in turn might be keeping, you know, these better opportunities, you know, from coming in for you, right? It's like you could have, you know, this it's like in order to try to keep yourself in order to try to keep yourself safe over here, right? Like you, it's like, but like you've been trying to keep yourself safe, but you've also kind of been playing it too safe is what I'm getting, right? And therefore kind of blocking any, you know, good things that might be trying to find you, good people that might be trying to find you, good opportunities that might be trying to find you over here, you know. And I'm also getting like, it's like you build those boundaries so well that like now you are having trouble like going past them too, right? Like you're also keeping yourself from getting back out there is what I'm getting, right? And it's like there's this need to assess your boundaries here, all right? Like there's something that you're being asked to release, and I'm getting is like the fear, okay? Like you need to bring your dreams and what you're doing in your everyday life into balance here with the Two of Coins. You know, there is like a sense of, you know, imbalance dominating you. Like it could be like work related, it could be like, I'm getting something in the material realm, okay? Like it could be like housing related, it could be like your physical health related, like I don't know, but something in the material realm, okay? Like that's what that dominates. Is kind of making you feel out of whack here, out of balance. So there's this need to, you know, like address that over here as well, right? So I'm getting like also, you know, materializing your dreams, okay? It's like as you gain these new perspectives, as you're narrowing things down, it's like what are you gonna do in your everyday life to make them happen over here, right? Because the coins is it's like you see it as the first step to success over here, right? Like it's you taking like action into what it is that you want, right? Like the Two of Coins is like, okay, you planted that Ace of Coins, right? Like or Pentacles, right? It's like you planted it over here. Now you're taking the first step and starting to work toward this 10 of Coins, but the reversal is saying, you know, like you actually need to act on it, all right? So you know, and also I'm just saying, you know, pay attention to synchronicities, okay? Some of you could just, I don't know, I'm getting synchronicities as you know, just pay attention, because like the universe might just be trying to give you messages. You know, Scorpio, you're like a very connected sign over here, you know, so you could be getting some answers, some suggestions, some like new ideas that you hadn't even experienced before, you know. And sorry, I just saw like a crow like fly really, it felt like very slowly past my window over here. You know, so you could just be seeing signs through nature. Birds could be important. You know, communication could be coming in, okay? So just kind of pay attention, all right? Because you could be getting answers in those ways and through synchronicities as well, all right? And so that is what I have for you this week. Scorpio, thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to Sagittarius. All right. Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius have going on this week of March 27th? All right, Sagittarius, you do have the Hermit showing a shadow side up, which is, you know, I'm going to say, I mean, technically this is Virgo energy, all right, but I was gonna say like it feels very like opposite of Sagittarius energy, right? You know, Sagittarian energy is explorative, gets out there, wants to kind of see what's up, you know. And the Hermit, particularly in this shadow side up, is like hiding, right? Like not just like, oh, taking a moment to be by yourself, right? But it's like you might be, I don't know, I'm getting like so overwhelmed, so overburdened over here that you are choosing to like go into hiding, okay? So be careful that you're not isolating yourself here. Okay, somebody else got death exactly here. I can't remember who it was, but you know, check your other placements. You might have messages and a different reading just because it was like the exact same thing here. But yes, okay, but because the Hermit is the energy that you are being asked to balance, I am gonna say, you know, like, yes, you know, like, take some time to be by yourself, okay? Take some time to shed some light on whatever situations are plaguing you over here. You could be going through a big transformation over here, but don't allow that to turn into isolation, right? Don't allow that to turn into like, now I'm too comfortable hiding from the world and I don't even know how to come back out, okay? So it's like, yes, you're taking some time. You are, you know, allowing, you know, like you're allowing yourself, right, to, it's like you're giving yourself that time to sit with your thoughts, process your emotions, you know, kind of like balance those connections, right? Like to really think about what you want, having a deeper understanding of, you know, what it is that you want to do over here, or like this transformation that you are going through and things like that. But it's like, don't isolate, and you are being asked to eventually socialize, okay? Like for some of you, I mean, like that's that like socialize it, like forced socialization could be coming for you, okay? So that's just something that I'm seeing here. But it's like, I'm getting that it's gonna be fun times, it's gonna be good times, okay? So welcome it in, all right? You know, because like, yeah, you know, you are letting go, yeah. You are letting go of things that, you know, just aren't good for you over here, you know, with death, all right? It's like you are being asked to leave like the parts of you that have been hurting you, you know, like you'll know what that is, okay? But it's like, I'm getting that that's what you being in this hermit mode is doing, right? Like it's, you are looking within and saying, okay, what parts of me are no longer serving me? What do I need to leave behind, okay? The Queen of Swords showing us how you're showing up over here as well. You know, it is also telling me like you are, you know, be mindful, be careful, you know, like just because, you know, and hence, you know, like the shadowy side of the hermit, you know, just because you're kind of like isolated or kind of maybe feeling like you need to be alone over here, like that's no reason to also, you know, like be callous toward other people, be mean, or kind of show like more of the shadowy Queen of Swords realm, which is, yes, very individualistic and independent and can take care of business, right? But like on the shadow side, right, like she can also be very dismissive of other people. So it's kind of like, make sure that you're not like, you know, burning bridges is what I'm getting, right? But like I got like the term cutting ties with the right, like, you know, like you might be, I don't know, it's like but like don't burn any bridges, you know, like it's okay to, yes, have that time for yourself, but you know, balance that, you know, and you know, and if you do need to have some more alone time, you know, vocalize that. But that doesn't mean, you know, you have to be mean about it, right? Like there's a difference between saying like, you know, get the F out of my face, and like, hey, you know what, I just like need some space, right? So hey, that rhymed. All right. Some of you go work on your poetry. It doesn't need to rhyme, you know, but just like go work on that because it needs to be heard. I don't know, that's what I got. All right. Yeah, you do have you know, setbacks with the Page of Coins. Like there is something that you're trying to get started. Maybe that's kind of what you're assessing over here, this new version, this something that you're trying to get started in your material realm is what I'm getting, you know, with the Page of Coins. It's like you're trying to make the plans, you're trying to get things going, but there are some setbacks. You are facing some setbacks, and you know what, like it's, I mean, I'm getting like it's okay. Like you do need to ask yourself if something is worth it, because it's, if it's causing you too much stress, right, like you get to decide, right? Like, and you know, and in turn, it's like whatever it is that you're getting started on, it could be like a project, it could be like a business, it could be like I don't know, like a new, I don't know, some of you might be getting a new pet. Some of you are just kind of trying new things over here. Some of you could be trying new things around like your health food regimen and things like that, you know, and you might be facing some setbacks in whatever it is that you're doing. But it's like, how do I say this? Like, I'm seeing the question, is it worth it? But I'm getting that it's worth it, okay? Like, you know, whatever it is. I mean, obviously, you need to answer that for yourself. If the setbacks and, you know, the stress of doing things is costing you more anxiety than it's worth, then you need to ask yourself that, okay? But I'm getting that, like, the setbacks are temporary, you know, like, and if it is worth it to you, then, you know, keep on the right track, okay? You know, kind of like I said, you know, for some of you, like food is just something that you might need to pay attention to right now. Not shaming you, you know, but like a shadowy side of the Three of Cups could be like overindulging. So, you know, like especially if you're socializing and things like that, you know, I'm just kind of getting like, you know, be mindful about any overindulging energy that could eventually drain you, right? Like not in a shaming way. Have fun, enjoy your food, eat all the good stuff that you want, you know, all that stuff, you know, but yeah, like for some of you, I'm just getting like food and drink could be just like waiting for you, you know, like some fun times. But you know, like be mindful about overindulgence. Okay, listen, I'm getting like listen to yourself, listen to your heart, listen to advice. Okay, so for some of you, it's like, yeah, with the Hermit. Okay, it's like really pay attention to what it is that you want over here. All right. um but yeah, that is what I have for you this week, Sagittarius. All right. Thank you so much for being here. All right. And, you know, good luck with all this, you know, transformative energy here. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to Capricorn. All right. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, what do you have going on this week? All right, Capricorn, you do have the Three of Cups showing up here. That's funny. Some of you might have Sagittarian placements over here because the Three of Cups just showed up in the Sagittarius reading, and it wasn't like this card. It was, you know, like one of the like from the Tarot of the Divine over here. But I was just talking about the shadowy side of the Three of Cups being, you know, the like the overindulgence, the overdoing, you know, like the self-care, overdoing the socialization, you know, like that kind of thing over here. Now this is, yeah. And then it showed up over here again. Wow. I mean, over there it was in a different placement and it was not reversed, but yeah. Okay, yeah, some of you just straight up have, I don't know. I'm also getting like check your other placements, okay? But I'm getting like a Sag energy. I don't know. Maybe some of you are like exploring something new over here, and that's where that Sag energy is chiming in, you know. But you know, you are being asked to balance the socialization, okay? I go back to this overindulging thing, you know, especially because this is how like the world is making you feel. So for some of you, you might be feeling like you're being forced to socialize, like you're being forced to kind of party or go and interact with people and things like that. When I'm getting that, all you want to do is kind of be within you, maybe, because like the Queen of Cups is not how you're showing up, right? Like the Queen of Cups is within you. So it's like you're like, I'm trying to take care of myself, I'm trying to take care of my needs, I'm trying to like drink this cup for me over here, right? But I'm being asked to do all these things like the socializing. It could be like work related, you know, it could be just be family related, it could be, I don't know, just like your friends, you know, wanting to spend some time with you, and it's like, you know, you might be feeling frustrated about it, okay? But, you know, it's like a balancing act, okay? It's like this can come with fun times, okay? Like you can have some good times. It could be good, you know, to be around positive energy. Make sure that you're surrounding yourself with positive energy is what I'm getting, okay? Just because I'm getting like that you're so worried about taking care of yourself and you're starting to feel good about yourself. So you want to, you know, continue that, and that might be why you're a little bit resistant over here to kind of putting yourself out there. But know that, you know, trust that if you're surrounding yourself with the right energy, you know, it's going to feel good, you know. So obviously like you need to decide that, you know, decide whether, you know, you're feeling ready to put yourself out there, and who the right people to surround yourself with are, okay? You know, with the Nine of Swords over here, you know, there is this, you know, just you are showing up like, you know, it's like, it's funny because it's like, I almost get like you're feeling better than you're showing up. It's like, I'm getting like people kind of seeing the part of you that's like an anxious mess. People seeing you like, you know, like the Nine of Swords is the anxious and worrying card. And you might be having those nights, all right? And you might be feeling a little bit worried and kind of stressed out about a lot of different things is what I'm getting, you know, just kind of a lot of a variety, a wide array of stressors over here. But it's like, and people are seeing that, all right? So, you know, I mean, that's just kind of how you are showing up over here. So, you know, you get to decide, you know, what you want to do about it over here. But the reversal is just really saying, I mean, try to release, you know, try to think about, you know, what can you let go of? What are the stressors that I'm even getting, like, what can you ask for support on, you know, like that sort of thing as well. You know, with the Page of Coins over here, I am seeing, you know, what I'm getting is like, It's time to chill. All right. I mean, this is like the external energy over here. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, but it's like the Page of Coins wants to charge forward, okay? The Page of Coins, sorry, over here wants to materialize things. And it's like the reversal is really saying to me that like you want to do something, there's something that you're trying to start to get a move on over here, but you know, you're feeling like you're facing some setbacks is what I'm getting. All right, so as a result, you're feeling stifled, you're feeling like unable to charge forward. Okay, like that could be what's causing you these stressors, right? Like you wanting to get things going, start some projects, like I don't know, start for some of you it could be a business, for some of you it could be a project, it could be like a new job, it could be, I don't know, right? Like, so there's something that you want to get going on, but you're facing setbacks, okay? And it's like it is, I'm getting like it's okay, right? It's more of like start making plans to materialize it. All right, so like if you're facing those setbacks, it's like, okay, like take a step back, assess, and then reconsider what it is that you actually need to do to charge forward. Okay, so that's the message that I'm getting there. All right, you have give, move, and is it worth it? Okay, so for those of you that are facing those setbacks, you know, ask yourself, how much do I want this? If you want this, right, like reassess, charge forward. If you don't want it, it's like, hey, maybe it's time to start something new, okay? Because it's like you're over here kind of stressing out, so it's like, what are you gonna do about it? I mean, I hate to sound kind of mean, like what are you gonna do about it? But yeah, you are being asked to eventually take some steps toward that, okay? You know, with give and move, you know, okay, and I don't mean this in like a shaming way, please understand, but like with move, I'm getting move, like move, like dance, like walk, like you know, for some of you it could be socializing, for some of you it could be like that go dancing with your friends thing, right? But I'm also getting like go out on a walk, go out on a nature walk, like actually I'm getting like get out of where you are, like use movement as a form of self-care, okay? And with give, it's like you are, you know, you're giving to yourself, you're giving this love to yourself, this cup of love to yourself right now. But you know, when you feel ready and you know, to the right people, make sure that you're also giving that love forward, okay? So it's like, you know, because I'm getting the message of like you might be pushing away, you know, even people that you genuinely care about and that you want to, you know, have in your life over here. But because you're kind of over here worried and plagued by all these other things, you might even be pushing away the right people. So it's like, I'm getting give some of that love to the right people, right? Don't give, obviously, like, don't give yourself to people that are only going to deplete you. You know, but if you're giving your love to the right people, you're gonna get even more love back, right? So, you know, that's what I'm seeing here, okay? All right, Capricorn. All right, thank you so much for being here and good luck this week, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. What does Aquarius have going on right now? Okay, Aquarius, you do have the Two of Swords showing up, light side up here. Okay, so some of you could be in decision-making mode over here. All right, there are choices that, sorry. Wow, okay, can I drink water? Thank you. Sorry, that was kind of gross. Sorry, I usually try to drink water in between signs, but I just kind of went with it, and it's like that was not the right move. Oh, huh, interesting. Yeah. Okay, I see it. I see. All right, some of you have choices to be made and you're afraid about making the wrong move, okay? But you know, this is what you need to know about that, okay? Like you are learning from your past mistakes, okay? And if you're not learning from your past mistakes, then what are you doing, all right? So make sure that you are balancing that, okay? Because some of you might be even, well, you know what? No, because it showed light side up. So I'm not getting that you're being forced to make a decision. It's like you are choosing something, okay? Like you could be choosing something different, you could be trying something new, you could be exploring a new venture over here. And I'm not getting that it was being forced upon you. I'm getting that it's coming from you getting in touch with your feelings, from you seeing what it is that you want, right, over here. So I'm getting, like you're narrowing down your options over here, and therefore feeling more ready to charge forward toward what it is that you want, toward what it is that brings you emotional fulfillment here, right? So it's like you allowed your feelings to guide you, to illuminate you, right? And it's almost like you're taking this leap of fate into something new, okay? The King of Cups, is led by his heart here, but it still acts wisely, right? It still acts, you are still using like that intellectual part of you to charge forward, but it's like you're getting ready. You're getting ready to make the move. Some of you may have had to like narrow down your choices over here, but it's like, like I'm getting you're feeling good about it. You're feeling good about what you're deciding over here. You are feeling good about what you're charging toward, okay? Like you have better days, coming up over here, and you feeling better showing up over here with the Wheel of Fortune right side up, all right? That's the universe having your back right now, okay? Now, sorry, it's like I want to talk about the Nine of Swords, but the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups are just like blatantly looking at me in the face. Okay, so just like having the counterparts over here. Okay, some of you could have love coming your way over here. I'm just gonna throw that out there. This is not the love messages, but you could be making some decisions around love, or you could be making some decisions that are gonna guide you to you finding your counterpart over here, because the King of Cups is how you are feeling or showing up like in your you energy right now, and the Queen of Cups is like that external energy. So it's like internal, external, what's coming your way over here, could be your counterpart, very much so. All right. But there are some like pesky thoughts that you are in need of releasing here. All right, like you could have some, because it's just how you're interacting with the world, or how the world is making you feel. You could just have like a lot of responsibilities over here that are plaguing your mind. This is the anxious and worrying card here, so you could just be needing I was gonna say, like, needing to make choices. Duh, that's what we were talking about, right? Like, yes, you could be needing to make choices about something, but it's like I'm getting you're slowly taking action. Like you are going to be feeling stronger. Like I'm getting you just really taking the current energy and running with it, and ultimately like feeling good about it. If the Queen of Cups is not a person, it could be a Pisces coming your way over here. No, not a Pisces. Why did I say Pisces? That's Cancer energy, or it could be Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio energy, but I'm getting more like Cancer. I don't know, you tell me. But it's like, if that's not like that energy coming your way, like it could just be, like I said, it could be romantic. It doesn't have to be. It could just be, like a good friend that you find that you feel like really compliments you, that you feel like you can adventure with, or you can have fun with over here. Or it could just be like a maternal figure, right? Or somebody who you feel like takes care of you in some way, right? And like you could be encountering this energy over here. And I'm getting like you're being asked to like welcome it in, but for others of you, it's also like about you taking care of your emotional needs. It's like as you are charging forward, okay, like it's like balancing your masculine and your feminine energy. And I say this regardless of gender. We all have masculine and feminine energy, right? So it's like you're balancing how much you're charging forward, and how much you're taking care of your needs, how much you're giving and how much you're receiving, okay? So, like familiarize yourself with that, with what that looks like for you, with how that manifests for you, okay? So like for some of you, I'm getting like some of you have just been so in your masculine energy, and like this welcoming in of you embracing your feminine energy is going to come in and truly make you feel like a more complete version of yourself as well, all right? So that seems beautiful, okay? Wow. Okay, so I am gonna say, just like with family and home, how I was saying, like your counterpart over here, you know, for those of you that are like, I don't know, like kind of looking to expand your family or things like that, like you could just kind of have that coming in. You could be like starting your own family with someone, establishing a home over here, right? Or, you know, your family and your home life can just kind of be calling your attention right now. But I'm also getting like you starting to think about what that looks like for you. Okay, that could be some of the choices that you've made over here. You know, what do you want your family life to look like, right? Are you looking for a partner? Are you looking for like a nuclear family? Do you want to buy a home? Do you want to travel? Like, what do you want with your person, right? I'm getting that you're assessing, right? Like, or reassessing, right? You're like reassessing what that looks like for you over here, okay? For some of you, work can be what's causing like a lot of these stressors over here, you know, so there is this need for you to, I'm getting like also reassess how you see work, and how you deal with work, okay? Like really think about, you know, how much work do you actually need to take home if you're taking any work home, you know? Where can you create some clearer boundaries about work and not allowing work to continue to, you know, kind of plague you and keep you up at night over here, okay? So that is what I have for you this week, Aquarius. All right, thank you so much for being here, and I'm gonna go ahead and move on to Pisces. But first, I'm gonna drink some water. All right. Whew. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. What does Pisces have showing up this week? Wow. Okay, so this is the energy that you are being kind of, well, that you're being asked to balance over here. And you do have the Knight of Cups, but so well, this is intended to be like your own energy. I'm also getting like something that might just some of you might just have love messages coming your way. Okay, so I don't know why I'm beating around the bush. Okay, beat on the bush, right? So some of you, yeah, just have somebody like kind of coming in, sharing some love over here. All right, I'm also getting some of you feeling more open to this, more open to sharing your feelings with someone, sharing your feelings with you know, like with potential like suitors over here. Yeah. Okay, you have the Page of Cups over here. This is not supposed to be a love reading, okay? But and we'll talk about Wow, Pisces, what are you doing? Okay, so this is not supposed to be a love reading, okay? Check out my love messages reading because you might have other messages for you in there. I don't know. Yeah, like there's just like a lot of like love is in the air sort of situation here, okay? Some of you are just ready to get out there, ready to put yourselves out there, ready to kind of find what you want. All right. Yes. Okay. So, goodness golly. Okay. So, wow. Pisces, can we ever have a light reading? Must you I don't know. I feel like I don't even remember what the messages were in the love messages. I already did that reading, but I feel like I remember the Pisces one being very heavy over here. Okay, because like when I wrapped it up, I was like, and so there's just like a lot happening here, okay? So I don't even know where to get started, okay? Like, you know, I'll go back to this Knight of Cups, okay? With the Knight of Cups, it's like, yes, and the Page of Cups, okay? Some of you might be ready to kind of charge forward towards something, sharing your cup of love, like starting a new relationship, okay? Really putting yourself out there is what I'm getting, you know? But you are being asked to balance this Knight of Cups energy. I'm getting, you know, like, don't misplace your love, don't misplace your affection, don't give your love to the wrong people, to the wrong things, okay? And speaking of the wrong things, is like also putting your love into things that are going to make you happy, right? Like making sure that you put some love into yourself, right? Like drink some of that water, like take some of that like love and pour it on yourself, you know, like make sure that you are taking care of yourself, that you are taking care of your needs, that you are making yourself happy over here. You know, what do you need for emotional fulfillment? What do you need to really to feel satiated within yourself first is what I'm getting, okay? And you want to really be mindful, right, about like the misuse of, like, some of you might have a lot of love to give, but you could be potentially placing it, right, like like he's just like kind of wasting the water, right? It's like, homie, you could be like drinking it, giving it to your horse, you could be giving it to somebody like else, like, I don't know, right? Like I don't know, like taking care of something, but it's just like, nah, just like it's like a lot of like, I'm getting just like wasted love, and or misplaced love, misplaced affection over here, so be mindful in getting about who you're sharing your feelings with, who you're sharing your energy with, okay? Like that could be something that's I'm getting like in your mind with the 10 of Cups showing up reversed over here. Because Ten of Cups is his fellow, it's Pisces energy, so that's like your own energy. So you could be feeling a little misguided, a little bit like, I have so much love to give over here, but what is happening? When am I going to welcome in my 10 of Cups, right? I'm getting you feeling topsy-turvy, you not feeling like your strongest self right now, even though the world wants you to see how strong you are over here, okay? So and I'll get to this right now. But it's like, there's just, I'm getting, for some of you, it could be like relationships that haven't worked out, plans for the future that you've made that didn't pan out, like that sort of thing being in the back of your mind. And you know what, it's like, because this is like the energy coming in, it's like, yeah, there could have been something that like didn't work out, that maybe you've been suppressing or repressing or not paying attention to, but you're being asked to like let that in and say, okay, what did I learn from this experience? What did this failed relationship teach me about what I actually want? What does this tell me about the 10 of Cups that I do want to welcome in? How does this help me become a stronger version of myself, right? So like using those things, this is feeling very much like, whenever I see this card, I get the judgment card, right? Of like a new version of you waking up and rising over here, after you've released the things that no longer serve you, but it's like that in there, and that's gonna bring you, releasing what doesn't serve you is what's gonna bring this happily ever after that, that you are dreaming of, that you are seeking, that you are wanting over here, because you're showing up over here in the Hierophant, which is like saying, you know what, like I am ready, I am ready for a spiritual union, I am ready to materialize this thing, I am ready, or you're being asked to, if you're not feeling ready, you're being asked to take the steps, like what are you doing in your everyday life to welcome it in, okay? Because it's like you could have all of these feelings over here, but if you're not doing anything in your everyday life to work toward that, then how do you expect to welcome that in, right? And hence the figuring out what it is that hasn't worked out, because that's what's going to help you truly welcome in, the things that are going to make you feel good, okay? And this could be a romantic relationship, but it could also just be in general, right? Like just general joy, general happiness, general fulfillment within yourself as well, So doing things that make you happy, right? Like it doesn't have to be like my whole life is happy, right? It's like doing the little things throughout the day is what I'm getting. The Hierophant can also be like routines, and like I'm just getting, right, like the materialization, the physical like actions that are actually working toward you feeling good about yourself over here. The Hierophant is also Taurian energy, so there's this need to be consistent, to be persistent, okay, to be like diligent about what you are working on, okay, like not allowing yourself, I mean, obviously like you can fall off the horse every once in a while and whatever, but it's like, okay, how are you gonna get back on, okay, how can you get back on track over here, what are you actually doing, right, to welcome in this gift that the universe is trying to give you of like balance within yourself with the 6 of Wands, okay? The 6 of Wands, it like the universe wants you to feel victorious. The universe wants you to see, what a glorious, like victorious person you are, like that you can be over here. But I'm getting, like just like with the 10 of Cups having shown up reversed over here, that you are not seeing that in the moment, right? So there is this need, like I go back to, I don't know, I'm gonna flip that because I think like that's what you want to welcome in, right? So I want to focus on that. So it's like but to welcome that in, you need to believe this, okay? So like the universe wants you to believe like the amazing things that you do have to offer, right? Like that you do have, like what you worked hard for over here, what you've done for yourself over here, to stop and recognize that, and walk in like getting like be proud, right? Like, what's the stride, you know, like, I don't know, right? Like, own it, okay? This is, yeah, and this is, what is this, like, Leo energy of, like, really, I'm just getting, like, allowing yourself to shine, allowing yourself to be seen over here, to, like, really, it's like, you know, embody that victorious energy, right? Like, you know, just like feel it, you know. So yeah, wow. Wow. All right, that felt like a lot. Did it feel like a lot? I don't know. Pisces, tell me. Tell me if it felt like a lot, because it felt like a lot on this end, but I don't always know, like, if I'm communicating, you know, the, like, the extent of the, like, the feelings and emotions that I can sometimes sense over here, you know, because I'm bad at feelings. So, you know, I'm working on it. All right. Some of you could be bad at feelings too, so you could be working on it too. All right. So yeah, heart, power, career call, and stand your ground. Okay, yes, all right, absolutely, all right. And I'm seeing this, like, stand your ground with the Six of Wands over here, you know, just really, you know, stand in your power as well, you know, like, truly, like, own it, okay? Like, realize how strong you are over here, you know. Don't allow, you know, the bad things that may have happened, don't allow the negative experiences to bring you down over here. It's like, you know what, you rose victorious from that, you know, and allow yourself to see that, okay? For some of you, you know, like, you could have a career calling over here, you know. It could be like a change in career, it could just be like a job offer over here or something else, you know, but like something about your career, like, this week can be brought to your attention, okay? And then I'm seeing, like, as art is power, and it's like, I don't know, for some of you, there's just this need to, you know, express yourself through art, okay? Or explore different art, okay? So for some of you, it's like, I don't know, maybe go to a museum, all right, learn about different arts, or explore different types of things. But I'm getting, like, as you, like, I'm getting these, like, aligned over here, you know, like, art as power, okay? Whereas, like, allowing you to see your power as well, okay? So maybe you want to explore that, okay? But you do have, you know, like, this power. I'm getting, what's that, like? I'm getting that Lana song. Is it Lana Del Rey? Like, the power, money, glory. I want, never mind. Okay, so some of you might have power, money, glory, all those things coming your way soon, okay? Uh, why did I get at a theater near you? I don't know. Some of you are just funny, silly little beings, okay? Beings. Did I say being? Beings. Sorry, my accent kicks in. But all right. Thank you so much for being here, okay? Like, welcome in this, yeah, this powerful new version of yourself that's really trying to come in here, okay? Like, you need to believe it if you want to welcome it in, okay? So go in, charge forward, and believe it, all right, Pisces? Thank you so much for being here.